Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers and welcome back to Mercury Farms. It's time to sell the canola. I think it was $7.93, and of course you can see we're at the garden center. I'll just double check on that just to make sure we got $7.93. So we are here with our first trailer load. There's gonna be a couple more after this one. I put the speed down to ×1 just because I didn't want the price to change on me here. Before we do a little bit more work after we sell all this, what to do with all the money at this point? Well, we're going to save it for a little bit until we can get the fields behind us all situated, meaning I think we got like 2 more fields to work on to harvest before we can move our silo over and everything else. But yeah, there's 71,404. I should get 2 more loads just like that, I do believe, and then have a little bit extra left in the silo. So yeah, we're going to be somewhere up near 400 grand in the bank account in just a little while, which for us is going to be a lot of money because I don't plan on buying any more land at this point. We could, and yes, we could be getting a harvester just to be able to do different crops, and I was thinking a root crop harvester would probably be best because I can do 2 different root crops with that harvester. Canola once again, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that means we can plant sugar beet and potato and just mix up the crops a little bit. But yeah, we're going to need the cash first, and we're still quite a ways away from a harvester and a header. There's other things I would like to buy as well, like a cultivator. And what was the other thing I wanted to buy? Oh, I needed to buy for the slurry sprayer. I want to buy the bigger boom and fuel injectors. I almost said fuel injector. Yeah, the injector. I think it's 30 meters or is it 36? I can't remember. But yeah, the bigger injector would be nice for a field like that because it took me a while to do that with a small injector. That field there could do with the 30 meter wide one. The 12 meter wide one is good for like all the other small fields we have. So that's something we can look into for sure. But we have the injector. So I would like to kind of save just to get the different harvester just so we can mix it up rather than using the masher all the time and just doing cereal crops and all that kind of things. A root crop will be fun. I thought about cotton harvester. But yeah, that's 1 crop. So by mixing up by getting a root crop harvester, like I said, we can do sugar beet and potato. So with that being said, yeah, we're going to sell the crop to start the day with, and then I got our masher over there. We got a field of barley that's ready for harvest, and I don't know if I want to turn another field over, or we can go ahead and make some more chaff for the BGA and do that. Also, the other thing I thought about doing is buying more cows as well. So yeah, even though we got seems like we got tons of money, I do have a lot of it that I want to spend. Price should be roughly the same. I was hoping to get up to 400,000, but maybe not. We're going to be just shy of it. My math was a little bit off there, so I can't calculate. I can't calculate this evening. It's just not there. Yeah, so we're going to be just shy of 400 grand. So yeah, probably not the harvester. We do have other crops I could sell as well. For some reason, I got like 30 or 40,000 liters of corn in the silo. And everything's got to come out of the silo at some point because we're going to move it over and put down a drive-through silo instead of me having to back in. I think I picked the only silo that you can't drive through on. But I like the looks of it when I was looking in the shop. I'll still have a little bit more canola left in here once I get done with this load. So maybe if I sell everything, I'll get up to 400 grand. And yeah, I got some barley to sell as well. Wait, is that barley? Yes, it is. The windmill. So I got like 20,000 liters there. Like I said, okay, so it's 30,000 liters of corn. I got to sell that. The barley we're going to sell. And the wheat we're going to hang on to because that's for the chickens and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. Oh, still not done filling up. So I want to make a few more trips and selling this canola. I might even sell the corn. And then we'll go over and start harvesting some barley. And we'll go ahead and sell that this evening as well. It's all about just selling crops, getting some cash, and getting to spend some money. Well, after selling the canola, I was short like by $2,300 of 400 grand. And then I went and sold the corn for a good like $615 per 1,000. So that got us up to $415,000. And of course, then I emptied the silo of the barley. That's in the truck and trailer behind us, which was just shy of 20 grand. I should say 20,000 liters. I wish it was worth 20 grand, but it's not going to be. Maybe when we get done with this field, it will be. Now, this field here only has one stage of fertilization on it because someone fell behind in their work. It's kind of rare that I do that, but it's going to happen now because we've gotten too many fields. But at this point here, I am thinking probably we will spend all the cash on getting the root crop harvester. Right now, we're just shy of being able to buy the harvester itself with no header. But maybe by morning time, we'll have enough. So what that means is I think we're going to plant a big field with probably some sugar beet. Sugar beet wouldn't be bad. Like I said, I'm going to kind of take it slower on this farm now that the farm is just making money easily. I'm not going to be in a rush to flip fields over. We're just going to kind of do what we feel like doing. And right now I feel like harvesting this barley over here because this field it's been sitting here ready for harvest for a while. So it's been sitting here long enough to where it actually could start to wither, even though I got withering turning it off. But in real life, it's been sitting here for quite a while, so it's ready to be harvested. And plus, maybe, if I decide to change my mind to do all those fields and this one here, I really don't want to merge this field with those over there because we got an access road coming through. So I'd rather not do that. But plus, I also want to get some more cash in order to be able to afford the harvester. I really wanted to do cotton harvesting, but yeah, I don't know, for some reason my mind's saying root crops. I mean, we'll make plenty of money because we got the orchards, the greenhouses, and the rabbits that are definitely going to help us earn some cash through the night. So, and shouldn't lose hardly that much money because we don't have a loan here. So just property maintenance and whatever running costs there is on modded stuff that we may own. But overall, oh, yep, I did that quite often. I didn't need all that barley in there anyways. Man, lately, I cannot remind myself to keep track of the combine harvester. I blame Farmer's Dynasty for that because in Farmer's Dynasty, you get like a warning saying your combine's getting full. So I think I've gotten so used to just, getting a warning before my combine gets full. But that's not really a good excuse. I should be keeping track of what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll leave the truck running. Why not? Oh, some good tire marks there. I forgot, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Windmill Hills where we're going with the barley when we get done. 444 at Windmill Hill. Yeah, the corn. Well, after I deliver the corn, now it's down to 592. But we should be able to get this field harvested before nighttime comes, and we'll go up and sell it. Sleep to the night. Nope, I want the header to stay on. And we'll see what the morning brings, but I'm thinking of spraying the field up by our house, right across the street, and then dumping that off, grabbing the T8 and reseeding it with probably some wheat. I need to start stocking up on some more wheat for the chickens. I know we got in the 50,000 area of wheat in storage, but the chickens right now could use some more food. They're about halfway down on the meter, so they'll probably take somewhere in the vicinity of 20 to 30,000 liters when I get to it. The sheep require some water as well. They're in the red, so that's kind of a important thing to get to the next day. That's the other thing I probably need to buy, because I don't think... Wait, did I buy a water tanker? No, I bought a milk tanker. Well, I can grab the milk tanker and fill up with water if I have to. This time I stopped the harvester before it got full. Just about. I was like, oh, it must be getting close to being full. Yep, I was 98% full. I was like, yeah, let's just stop here, because I'll get driving more and not pay attention and ruin more crops. So this field is yielding pretty darn well. If only I got the second stage of fertilization down, it would have been so much better. But that's why I'm trying to do the digestive in fuel. I keep wanting to say fuel injection. That's why we're trying to put the digestate down before we seed it, just to get both stages of fertilization down. That way we don't have to worry about it after I seed it. We just have to worry about the weeds. But when Seasons comes out, Seasons is going back to 3 stages of fertilization. And we will be running Seasons on a map. Not any of the maps that I'm currently playing on. So I'll have to see how that goes. But then again, there's no release date whatsoever on Seasons. But who knows, it could drop the very next day. Or who knows, it could be put out before this video gets released. I don't know. Am I going to get another combine full out of here? I just might. Yeah, so that field right over there. I think what we'll do in the morning is we'll spray some digestate down on that and seed it, and it won't take us too long, and then I should give the sheep some water. They won't die on us by not giving us water, but when Seasons comes out, they will. So I want to keep up to date on the animals. I hardly ever see my animals have 0 of something that they need. And I like to keep it that way. I'm already been thinking of what color is our harvester going to be for the root crop. I kind of like it being black on the Pacific Northwest. I kind of like that idea, but since it's black on the Pacific Northwest, we're not going to have it black on here. Oh, missed a little bit here and there. Have to grab it. Every grain counts. And try to run over this swath here, so anything that comes out will go in there, if anything. I think that is all of our fields, except for the ones we bought, harvested, along with the corn chaff. Oh, yeah, big straw swath there. Actually, we got lots of barley. Lots and lots of barley. So after selling this, we should be able to afford the harvester just itself. And of course, we got the big field over by the livestock market we got to at some point take care of, meaning we got some harvesting to do over there. I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. That'll fold up. And the harvester header unfolded too because I hit so many buttons. So we got some tree harvesting to do. That's going to bring us in some cash. But I'll have to rent the tree harvester. Actually, this field, what is that? Is that oats? Or is that barley? I think it's oats. Nope, not even close, peanut. It's soybean. That is barley, though. I have a barley field. That's oats. That field is ready for harvest as well. Ah, the dilemma. Alright, well, I'm just going to have to come up and harvest it and get it done. There's still plenty of time left here in the evening hours. But, I mean, it's more barley. That just coughed out some straw. So, I'm going to go harvest this other barley, which I kind of didn't realize I had. And, yeah, let me get that all harvested up, and then we'll go up and sell all the barley that we have. Well, I don't want to say I made quick work of that, but it's done. We actually got a combine full and whatever extra we got here, which is just like 3,000 liters. So, yeah, as you do, you run into your truck and trailer. And we're starting to get a pretty good amount of barley in there. That's for darn sure. Harvest can be parked here for now. So there's one barley field. So we got soybeans and oats that need to be harvested out of there before we can start doing our parking lot all over. Wow, so we got over 60,000 liters of barley. On up to the windmill. Get some cash. And then we'll go make a purchase of a big harvester. I won't be able to buy the header, but we don't need the header just yet. But I'm pretty sure by the time it comes time to harvest our sugar beets, I should have the $60,000 to buy a header, I would think. The harvester is going to cost us probably right around $450 by the time I, do the paint job over and add GPS to it, and yeah, I should bump it up to around $450. Probably should do this up here a little bit better than what it is as well. Just make it look better. I'm actually thinking about putting some of these orchards down by the main farm out by the road. But we'll see how that goes probably next week before we get to that. Because I really want to figure out how to lay out our parking area. I'm even thinking about... how do I say demolish our home? Wow, I didn't get that much for the barley, did I? Well, I guess at $4.44, it's not a bad price, but still. Yeah, that may not be enough to buy the harvester tonight, so we may have to sleep through the night. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe moving the house down to the main farm. I'm not really spending time at the house anyways to enjoy the view of the reservoir. And, put up some other, I don't want to say decoration buildings or whatever. And make it look more like the main yard itself. And who knows, by getting rid of the house up there on the hill, I can probably expand that field even more than what it is. But like I said, that's a week or so away before maybe we even get to that. Yeah, this yard is looking more and more like a mess because I don't have many places to park things. Yes, the harvester goes in that bay area there. The sprayer goes over there. But the trailers and trucks don't have many places to go. So I do know that 446 is probably not going to cover it. But let's go in here and have some fun anyways. Right on down here. Oh, the rim color. I think we're going with the Challenger rim color on this map. I can't remember. And something different. Whoa, there's something different, isn't it? Now, I think I did that color on Ravenport, actually. I think I did. This color here, I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about it at all, so no, I'm not going to go with it. This color here definitely, actually, you know what? On a big harvester like that, it doesn't look as bad. Yeah, other harvester's red. I was like, that's not a bad color, but other harvester's red. That's probably too blue. I mean, I do like New Hollands, but not so much there. A beige color. Yeah, I know, just me picking out colors. Yeah, I do a lot of orange. I'm not going to do pink, though, because I do pink once in a while. You know what? Just because, we're going to go with the brown one. How much does that bring us up to? 436. What do I have? I do have enough. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have enough cash. Probably once I do this. Yep, I'm short a little bit of cash. And, of course, I haven't got the engine set up. Not a problem. No, I want to go here. We're going to go here, and let's do a quick... Is it late enough? It's not late enough. We can change that. Speed up time just a little bit. Get it past 7 o'clock. And we'll just sleep 12 hours. That sounds good. Be 7 o'clock in the morning by then. As the money keeps going up and up and up. $467,000. So that should be more than enough. So let's go back in here because I do want to buy this today. That way I can't go back on it. Did I say that color? Oh, that's the color we're going with. And the Challenger color. Engine setup, I want the bigger engine. Is not going to... Oh, okay, only $5,000. And GPS, 456. Capacity, we're getting up there, 461,000, because that gives us 90,000 capacity, does it not? Where's the capacity? 90,000. There we go. So we're going to be just about broke. So now we're left with $5,000. Woohoo! I hope I have enough stuff to do what I need to do today, like fertilizer, fertilizer and seed for the seed roll, and the sprayer should be fine. But let's head on up to the shop. Where is it? There's our beautiful machine. A root crop harvesting machine. I'm going to leave it here until we can afford the header. But like I said, the header, I think it's like going to be like 60 grand. Beat technology. No, buy this one. 69 grand, so 70 grand. Unless I change the color, which adds a little bit to it. So I need 70 grand, which is not a big deal. But let's head on down here. I think the T8 is still attached. Oh, we're already full of digestate? Perfect. Let's go spray some digestate down on that field there. So that is a big purchase, but it's going to allow us to do a different crop for a while. Then, of course, I'd have to save another 70 grand to buy the potato header for it. But our root crop harvester is modded to accept sugar beet and potatoes. I'm thinking I have enough slurry / digestate in here to do this small little field. And yes, we got those 2 fields to harvest, but we'll get to them at some point. But I had so much fun using this last time, I want to use it again. Alright, so if I turn that on and then lower that. Alright, so away we go with some fertilization. course, it looks like we're going to be just a little bit shy of finishing off this field, so I'll have to go get the truck and the tanker, because we got to finish it. I mean, come on. But you couldn't give me another 1,000 liters in here to do it? Alright. Hopefully there's still some in my tanker. We shall soon find out if there's any in here. Well, there's enough. Let's put it that way. There's enough. So I don't know if I'll be spraying every field when it comes time to reseed it. We do have plenty of digestate to go around for a while. Like I said, it might be get to a point to where I don't always double fertilize every field, so just the seed drill will fertilize it at least once. And of course, hopefully we can keep up on the weeds as well. I forgot, is it I or R to, well, okay, it's coming up here that it's I to unload the digestate. Fair enough. Go bring this back to the main farm because we'll be using it in a while just to give some water to the sheep. I think slowly but surely the traffic on here is starting to spread out more. I mean, we've still got some clusters here and there like this little train, but they're getting to be more and more spread out. I could probably help out the situation by... Yep, that's what a little car can do to a Volvo truck. Hey, give me a second. I'm just trying to stop you 3 cars for a second. People just can't wait anymore. Don't they know I'm just trying to make the map just look a little bit better by the traffic being spread out? Alright, jump back over to here. Turn the tank on. Lower the injector. Now see, a field this size here is perfect for this injector. But the field we did the other day probably could use the bigger one. Yeah, there is a couple patches I missed here and there, but it's going to have to do. Actually, I can't even see. Oh, there it is. I see it now. Probably not worth it to spray it, but... Alright, so how does that field look now? Actually pretty good. I missed a little spot here and there, but overall, not bad at all, Captain. Let's go grab our seed roll, and hopefully it's got seed and fertilizer in it, because we only got $5,000. But actually, in about 3 more minutes, I'll probably have just over $7,000, because every hour we're making some cash. I really don't have that much crop to sell, if any at all. Yep, so in the near future, like I said, more sheds will be put down here. Like I said, I'm thinking about maybe just taking all those fields right there, those small fields. Where is my seed roll? I think my seed roll is actually up at the animal farm, now that I think about it. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting our house down here, maybe doing some landscaping by putting in like a pond, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's the stuff to think about for now. But for now, I need to go get my seed roll, head back to that field, and we're going to put down some wheat. Well, there's a job well done, if I must say so myself. I am in here looking... Oh, is that... Wait. Oh, no, it's potatoes. So, one potato, two potato. No, one potato. Oh, and of course there's barley over there, and I didn't harvest it. It's probably ready for harvest like everything else is. Yep, everything's ready for harvest now. Of course it is. I do have 2 sunflower fields that I could harvest. And of course barley, the potato, unless I buy the potato harvester instead of the beet harvester. But since we're going to be doing potatoes mostly on the northwest, I think here we're going to do beets. So we'll just have to plow the beets and cotton in, and we'll harvest the rest. But obviously I want to harvest the fields first before we get in there with the tree harvester and ruin the crops. And then eventually make that one huge field, and the first thing we're going to plant in there is sugar beet. And there is an episode and a half, probably, maybe not that much. I'll probably edit a lot of it out when we go to harvest it, but that stays down the road. We got a lot of work to do before we even get that into a field. But the last thing we're going to do before I forget about it is I'm going to take this truck and trailer on up to the animal farm. And well, I think we'll pick up the milk tanker and fill that up with water. And go top off our sheep as best as we can. I don't want to put too much water in there just because I don't want to have a great demand on milk or something. And of course then I won't have a tanker for the milk. I mean, I could obviously put milk in this tanker, but the reason why this tanker is red is because it's supposed to be for digestate and slurry and all that stuff. I should buy a water tanker, but that's like another 60 grand, and yeah, we don't have the cash for that at the moment. So yeah, we're trying to save another 70 grand to buy the header. I felt good just a little while ago when we had all that cash, and then we went ahead and spent it all on one thing. On one thing. I mean, I could use a little Joskin water tanker, but that's going to be a few trips. I mean, what we can do with the water is do the greenhouses, do all the animals, if I have to. But for now, it's just a matter of wanting to take care of the sheep. Am I in close enough to get water? We are. I don't even have to drive in anymore. I don't know what happened that one time where I drove in there and it just wouldn't pick up water, and I was like, I got to make this pond deeper. And now it's so deep, if I drive back there, the wheels don't even hit the ground. It just like floats in there, I guess. But as it goes for filling up with water, I want to speed you down the sheep because this is going to take just a few minutes. So there's all of our fields, all 5 of them, 6 if you want to count all the trees. We can see the sunflowers, the barley, can't see the potatoes. The cotton, of course, is in front of us. But just by doing the trees alone, we should make a good amount of cash, I would think. I probably should have backed in here, but this is... Oh, that trigger is way out here, huh? So I got about half of a tanker. Wait, that's all... How much water? Sheep don't take that much water, do they? Okay, so 11,000. They were down to about 2,000 liters. Alright, so now I got like 22,000 liters in here. The chickens we just did before we left to the Pacific Northwest must be because they are full of water. The cows are about halfway down, so we can top off the cows. And of course I got the greenhouses to do, and if I have to I can even go up to the orchard as well. So but right now the milk prices, I didn't check, but I don't think we got that much milk anyways. We sold some not long ago. But after I come up here, it's like, oh yeah, I also need to buy the Total Mix Rations mixer when we buy more cows. And I'm thinking I'm going to put it right here on the corner. Because in the future, if I do want to do more cows, I'll buy the land where all the trees are right there. And we'll put down a second cow pasture if I have to. You guys take some water. You guys take a lot of water. You guys took all of the water. You guys take... Wow. Okay. They take lots of water, but that's good. They're good for a while. The greenhouses we'll have to do probably next episode. The water and manure is down to about 20%. Yeah, the chickens could use some food, and the rest, the cows are doing fine. Total mix rations and whatnot. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Like we always do, though, I always got to come over here and check on the eggs, see how the eggs are doing. I got the wool pallets. I haven't loaded those up. I got to bring those down to the sheep. For some reason, these chickens over here don't quite produce the eggs as fast as the ones over here, which makes no sense. I mean, it's the same pens, same amount of chickens. I know. See, even that rooster agrees. But really, to end the episode, I think we just need to come over here, if I can find the shop, and see the new item to our fleet, a big item. That'll be put to use in a few days. Well, I don't know how many days it's going to be before we get some sugar beet laid down, but now we have it. Yeah, $460,000 later we have it. Yeah, so that's going to wrap up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.